6 shots, 12 barrels, and 10 revolutions that shaped a nation. This is not merely a count of outlaws, it represents the concealed mathematics of the American West. For every iconic gunslinger remembered by history, there existed an ingenious inventor forgotten by time, along with a weapon that outlasted them both. These were not just instruments of disorder. They were the unseen forces that influenced gold rushes, genocides, and the very notion of frontier justice. Samuel Colt's revolutionary phantom-triggered designs, Christian Sharp's calculations for buffalo hunting, and Annie Oakley's spiraling bullets. Behind every engraved cylinder and Damascus barrel lies a harsh reality. The West was not conquered through bravery or ethics. It was crafted from steel so deadly that it transformed ranchers into rulers and lawmen into legends. This evening, we will unveil the 10 outlaw architects you have yet to discover. Firearms that infused innovation into violence, from Custer's Last Stand to the deceptions of the OK Corral. These are history's most lethal iron diplomats, the silent negotiators who traded in bullets and financed empires. Remain engaged. By the conclusion, your perspective on Hollywood Westerns and the American dream will be irrevocably altered. However, before we commence, please like and subscribe to our channel to support our community. In 1836, American inventor Samuel Colt obtained a revolutionary patent for his innovative firearm design, the first practical revolver mechanism that allowed multiple shots without reloading. Produced in Paterson, New Jersey, the Colt Paterson made its debut as a .28 caliber sidearm, featuring a groundbreaking revolving cylinder system. This trailblazing weapon became the first commercially successful repeating handgun, merging a fixed barrel with interchangeable rotating chambers that significantly enhanced firing efficiency. Frontier lawmen, especially the renowned Texas Rangers, relied heavily on these revolvers during critical conflicts with indigenous tribes in the expanding western territories of the 1840s. A notable safety advancement featured its innovative folding trigger mechanism, which remained entirely hidden within the frame until manually activated by cocking the hammer into the firing position. Although production halted by 1842 due to financial difficulties, the foundational design principles of the Paterson significantly influenced contemporary, repeating firearms and solidified Colt's lasting legacy in the history of weapon manufacturing. Created in 1848 by the inventive gunsmith Christian Sharps, this precise firearm excelled in North America's buffalo hunts during the peak of the species' population, which exceeded 30 million. Its caliber variants ranging from 50 to 110 could humanely take down a charging bull at a distance of 900 yards, utilizing specialized 34-inch octagonal barrels. At the height of its popularity, market hunters killed over 1.5 million bison annually, leveraging its groundbreaking breech-loading mechanism and remarkable accuracy. In addition to civilian applications, 12 national armies, including British colonial troops and Russian Cossack units, adopted modified versions of the rifle. Frontier icon Martha Calamity Jane reportedly carried a nickel-plated variant during her expeditions in Deadwood. Interestingly, military contracts from 1863 required walnut stocks equipped with integrated brass coffee grinders for cavalry units, a multifunctional design feature that was particularly appreciated during General Sheridan's winter campaigns against Confederate forces. The rifle's lethal effectiveness ultimately played a role in both the near extinction of the buffalo and the displacement of Plains Indian cultures. Launched in 1851 as Colt's first mass-market success, this .36 caliber percussion revolver transformed personal weaponry, with 215,348 units sold by 1873. Its cylinder featured 645 chambers, intricate engravings, commemorating the 1843 Battle of Campeche, where the Texas Navy successfully repelled Mexican forces, serving as a deliberate marketing appeal to nationalist sentiments. The firearm became essential equipment for both Confederate General Robert E. Lee's field officers and iconic Western figures such as gambler and dentist John Doc Holliday, who is said to have customized his with a hair trigger. When gunslinger James Wild Bill Hickok met his demise while holding aces in eights in Deadwood Saloon No. 10 on August 2, 1876, Undertaker Charlie Middleton auctioned Hickok's ivory grip Navy model for $75 to finance a $300 burial plot at Mount Moriah Cemetery. Ironically, this weapon, which played a significant role in shaping the West, owed its elegant 2.9-pound design to nautical influences, as Samuel Colt drew inspiration from ships' capstans when creating its innovative ratcheted cylinder mechanism. Visionary arms inventor Benjamin Tyler Henry transformed warfare in 1860 with his namesake rifles, utilizing 44 caliber rimfire cartridges that cycled through a groundbreaking brass frame receiver. The lever-action design enabled an extraordinary firing rate of 28 rounds per minute through its 15-shot tubular magazine, tripling the firepower of contemporary muzzleloaders. Over 14,000 units were utilized during the Civil War, notably equipping Lincoln's Henry Riflemen during Sherman's March. Ironically, surviving models later armed Lakota and Cheyenne warriors at the Battle of Little Bighorn in 1876, where Sitting Bull's forces overwhelmed Custer's single-shot armed 7th Cavalry. Henry's patents directly influenced Oliver Winchester's 1873 model, known as the gun that won the West, which enhanced the design with King's loading gate and nickel-steel alloys. A surviving prototype from 1860, displayed at the Cody Firearms Museum, showcases Henry's ingenious dual-spring magazine feeder, a mechanism still analyzed by ballistic engineers for its reliability under combat conditions. Colt's disastrous 1864 factory fire in Hartford, caused by a coal forge explosion, obliterated their London export hub, thereby creating market opportunities for an emerging Remington with an improved design. The Remington Model 1858's .44 caliber iron frame proved essential for Union cavalry, with 127,000 units deployed featuring 8-inch barrels and walnut grips. 3 distinct evolutionary phases were observed. The 1861 Model 1 introduced a hinged loading lever, while the 1865 Model 2 Army was the first to implement 46 rimfire metallic cartridge conversions. Notably, William Buffalo Bill Cody carried serial number 43,258 during his Pony Express days and Wild West performances, later presenting it to Wyoming ranch manager Ned Frost with the inscription, "This iron never jammed nor lied." At the Heritage Auctions 2018 Western Epics event, Cody's nickel-plated revolver sold for $239,000 before the buyer's premium, underscoring its frontier heritage. The design's influence continues through military contracts from the Russian Empire and the Mexican Revolution, as well as modern replicas that pay homage to its triple locking bolt engineering. Breech-loading rifles, such as the Springfield Model 1866, transformed combat by allowing shooters to fire 12 to 15 rounds per minute, which is 4 times the rate of muzzleloaders thanks to its 50 to 70 government-caliber trapdoor mechanism. Over 52,000 units equipped regiments during the Reconstruction era and Argentine frontier forces. However, the 1866's delicate extractor mechanism and small firing pin led to frequent misfires, as noted in Lieutenant Colonel Custer's logs from the Black Hills expedition. Despite these issues, its design lineage influenced the 1873 Buffalo rifle and the 1884 models used in the Spanish-American War. William Buffalo Bill Cody earned his nickname during an 1867 Kansas Pacific Railroad contest, where he killed 4,280 bison in 18 months using a customized variant of the 1866 equipped with Hawken telescopic sights. The Armory's records indicate that Cody personally requisitioned 17,000 rounds for his record-setting hunts. Although this rifle faced parts failures, its rapid-fire capability significantly changed infantry tactics and established America's leadership in arms innovation through World War I, with surviving models still highly valued by collectors for their historical importance. Annie Oakley's trio of nickel-plated revolvers, ranging from .44 to .100 caliber, gained legendary status during her 17-year tenure with Buffalo Bill's Wild West, where she executed remarkable shots such as slicing playing cards midair. These 6-shot revolvers featured a break-top design that facilitated quick swaps of .45 and W cartridges, a modification initiated by Major George Schofield to prevent cavalry riders from losing loose rounds at gallop. Over 8,000 Russian model variants with spurred triggers were utilized by Tsarist officers during the 1877 Russo-Turkish War, while Japanese imperial forces deployed 5,000 units in their Satsuma Rebellion campaign. The factory records of S&W indicate special production runs for King Alfonso XII's Spanish Royal Guard, which included intricate Toledo steel engravings. Oakley's personal 1875 Shooting Star model, auctioned in 1926, reappeared at the Rock Island Auction Company in 2018, complete with the original AO monogrammed mother-of-pearl grips, showcasing its lasting craftsmanship. This iconic .45 long Colt revolver, adopted as the U.S. Army's Model 1873 Single-Action Army, equipped frontier regiments throughout the Indian Wars and the Spanish-American conflict. Its cowboy configuration featured a 4.75-inch barrel, while the artillery model had a 5.5-inch barrel, leading to the production of 357,860 units until 1941. Colt's notice of discontinuation in 1901 incited panic buying among Texas Rangers and Arizona Marshals, resulting in continued limited production runs. General George S. Patton's ivory grip revolver, number 89588, accompanied him from the 1916 Pershing expedition against Pancho Villa to World War II press conferences, and it is now displayed at the General Patton Museum. Although the 1881 gunfight in Tombstone involved Earp using an 1869 .44 Smith & Wesson, the myth of the 12-inch barreled buntline originated from fabrications in Stuart Lake's 1931 biography. Contemporary ballistic evaluations have demonstrated that the 1873 model's muzzle velocity of 950 feet per second is capable of penetrating 3 layers of pine boards at a distance of 75 yards. This performance elucidates its supremacy in confrontations within cattle towns and its enduring reputation as the most replicated historical firearm in America. While Hollywood popularized the term "the gun that won the West" through John Ford's Western films, it was Winchester's 1884 catalogs that initially introduced this phrase to promote the remarkable .4440 caliber rifle. With a muzzle velocity of 1337 feet per second, this rifle could effectively launch 200-grain bullets through wagon wheels, making it well-suited for skirmishes on the frontier. By 1923, production had reached 720,609 units across 3 variations: 24-inch barrel rifles for settlers, 20-inch carbines for cavalry, and 16-inch express models for stagecoach guards. The legendary hunter Ben Lilly famously hunted and killed 600 bears in Louisiana using an 1873 rifle equipped with a custom Vernier tang sight. Wayne's stagecoach prop, bearing the serial number 1601B, was fitted with a 12-inch lever arc custom forged by armorer Tommy Brace, and this particular rifle fetched $195,500 at the Hollywood Legends auction in 2016. Beyond its cinematic fame, 43,000 units were utilized by Ottoman forces during the 1897 Greco seasons amidst the Montana raids. The design's toggle-link reliability served as an inspiration for Browning's enhancements in the 1886 model, although the original 1773 rifles are still highly valued for their color case-hardened receivers and patented King's loading gate cartridge system. In close combat scenarios, the 10-gauge side-by-side coach gun became the standard for gold transport for Wells Fargo, with Parker Brothers and L.C. Smith producing over 250,000 units between 1865 and 1895. These scatterguns, weighing 7.5 pounds and featuring Damascus steel barrels and external hammers, discharged black powder shells containing 1.25 ounces of No. 4 buckshot, proving devastating within a range of 30 yards. The 1878 Burgess folding model facilitated concealed carry beneath duster coats, which were popular among train robbers such as the Sundance Kid. Historical documentation indicates that Overland Mail Company guards discharged an average of 18 pellets when defending against road agents attacking moving stages, giving rise to the term riding shotgun, which was later popularized by motorists in the 1920s. In 2019, Buffalo Bill's customized Parker Brothers shotgun, adorned with nickel engravings, fetched $176,000, while the Montana Bannock Prison Museum showcases an 1883 L.C. Smith shotgun that was utilized in 17 Stagecoach ambush defenses. Although overshadowed by repeating rifles after the 1890s, contemporary cowboy action shooters continue to value authentic hammer doubles for their swift two-shot capability and their connection to Old West authenticity. So, who truly controlled the West? The answer remains embedded in these shadowy blueprints. Why did Patton's ivory Colt disappear for decades? What secrets lie within Annie Oakley's monogram Smith? Share your thoughts. For every blood-stained ledger and still smoldering receipt attests to one undeniable fact. Outlaws did not dominate the frontier. Rather, their firearms governed them. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to support our community.